Gateshead people held their AGM on the 25th of April at Whitehall Road Methodist Church. The Lord Mayor and Lady Mayoress attended the event. There were lots of people there. There were presentations and videos showing people what we had done in 2011. We then had workshops asking people to list what their dreams were for the future and what they would want in Gateshead.
Your Voice Counts held interviews for a new Chief Executive because Pat is retiring. There were 7 people that came for interviews. Some Gateshead people and Talk to Us group members were asked to be part of the informal panel. Board members, including people with learning disabilities, were on the formal panel. It was decided to offer the post to Dave Willey. YVC business manager Diane is also retiring. Gateshead people would to give a big thank you to Pat and Diane for all their support and help over the years. We would also like to wish Dave good luck in his new job as Chief Executive. Myself, Paul and Anne attended an event at the Dryden Centre on Friday the 30th of March. Gateshead people had a stall at the event. The event had lots of speakers from different projects and organisations. Gateshead College and Dilston College are working together on a project. SOFA talks about their job club. JVOC talks about their volunteering program. Those were just a few of the organisations that attended. Some group members went to Bilkey Farm on the 20th of April. We got to feed the chickens, goats, pigs. There were lots of animals that we seen. Staff were really great in showing us around and even let us get really close to the baby lambs. The visit was organised through the Sensories Trust Feed Your Senses programme. Jen Bartlett from the Trust was taking lots of photos. We would like to thank the Trust for letting us take part. We had a great time.
Some of the group members attended the big friendship conference on Thursday the 19th of April. It was held in the Discovery Museum in Newcastle. The event was well attended and it was all about how people can make friends and keep them. We also talked about the barriers people faced that stopped them from finding friends. The conference was organised by Friend Action North East in partnership with Newcastle Partnership Board. Can you tell us a bit about the YVC Travel Buddy scheme?
Yeah, of course. The Travel Buddy project is set up to help people with a learning disability who live in Gateshead to learn to travel independently by bus and metro. So we help people to think about road and personal safety, stranger danger, what bus stop or metro stop to get on at and the bus and metro stop to get off at, and anything that they might need to take along the way. We also help people to think about people that can ask for help if anything goes wrong, and ways to cope when things go wrong. So we'll help you to think about who you might contact, whether that's from a mobile phone or a pay phone. And we use volunteers to help you do all of that. So a volunteer would go out with you and make practice journeys and remind you about all the things I mentioned until you're ready to travel by yourself. As you get to the stage of travelling by yourself, we then come out and shadow you. So we follow you from a distance to make sure that you're doing all the things that we've trained really safely. And once you've done that and we've seen you do that, you can then start to travel independently.
How many people ever have through travel with the scheme?
To date we've worked with 18 people, and every one of those people have been able to complete at least some of the journey independently by the end of the training. There's been one or two people who haven't ended up using that skill because the opportunity, the place they've been going to has changed or something's fallen through there. But everyone who's been through has at least been able to show that they've been able to do some of that journey independently. Most people have gone on and used the journey and kept on doing it by themselves.
Have you had to do many shadowing people?
Yeah, well, everyone who we work with, we need to shadow. Some people we shadow more than others if there might be things that we think they might not be so sure of, or if there are things that they might not be doing very safely, then we'll sometimes shadow them, 3 or 4 times. But yeah, I've done a lot of shadowing. I'll always go and shadow with the volunteer just to make sure that it's not just what the volunteer thinks, but that there's a second opinion.
How many volunteers have you got?
At the moment we've got 8 volunteers.
Thank you, Alex.
No problem.
Myself and Stephen from the Involvement Now team went to Hilltop School on Monday the 23rd of April to work with sixth form students. We told them our stories since leaving school. We did a workshop and asked the students to identify barriers that might stop them doing the things they want to do in the future.
Those group members that are involved with LETV attended an awards ceremony on Thursday, 17th of May at Driving Centre. LETV were nominated for the Equality of Diversity Award. 23 members of LETV were pleased to get the runners-up awards. Over 200 people attended with lots of people and organisation getting awards. Lisa Kelly, chairperson of Your Voice Counts, received Learner of the Year Award.